Hi everyone. Today I want to talk to you about accountability partners. So whether you already have one and you want that relationship to work better, or whether you want to have an accountability relationship with someone, aka an accountability buddy, but you want it to actually work, okay? Because a lot of them trail off and turn into nothing, or worse, they become like failure buddies. And yeah, that's not healthy for anyone. So I was talking to my team about something like this the other night, and I thought I would share it here because I know it will be useful to some of you. If it is, let me know in the comments below. So first of all, for finding an accountability partner, you want to look for someone that's on the same kind of path as you, so that it's not so much competing, but that you understand each other, you understand the journey, you're understanding the commitment that each other are making, and you can encourage each other along the way. So I have some notes. That doesn't necessarily mean that you pick your partner, as in like your love interest. It doesn't necessarily mean you would pick a friend or a family member. In fact, sometimes they can be the worst accountability buddies because they know your buttons, they know your weaknesses, and they can push them or pull them, or yeah, you can kind of let each other off the hook a little bit too easily. Someone that you know, maybe not know too well, but that you trust is a good option. So have a think about who that person might be. And then you've got to actually have a conversation with them and say, hey, do you want to be my accountability buddy? This is how it's going to work. So how exactly does it all work? Well, first of all, you've got to set down some ground rules. And first of all, you've got to set, how will you meet? Zoom? Will it be, or will you meet at all? Will it just be like a texting, messaging type of relationship where you, or voice note? I love voice note. It's easy. My fingers get sore. But you need to set a regular time to actually connect. How you'll actually connect, put it in your calendar, and then treat it as done, as gospel, as fixed. It is immovable. And that is really, really important, because it's when you start going, oh, I don't feel up to it tonight. Even if it's a 5-minute chat, you guys, or if it's checking in and you don't want to check in because you haven't done what you said you would do, and when you start like flexing on that set time or set day that you meet or that you converse, when you slip on that, it's a slippery slope down, right? And it's that relationship's kind of not serving either of you. And it can be disrespectful not only to your goal, but to the other person, because they're like, I really want this to work, and we set these ground rules for a reason. So yeah, don't be that guy. Like, don't be that guy that quits on yourself. First of all, don't quit before payday. Don't quit on your mind. Don't like stuff up your order to the universe. I know I talk about that a lot, but if you're putting something out there and you're putting a goal out there, but then you're whinging and complaining and bitching and like not actually doing the work, or you're doubting and the doubt words are coming out of your mouth, I don't know, I'm not sure, hopefully I'll try, I'll give it a shot, like just that issue's got to go, because you need to stay focused and you need to believe wholeheartedly, see it in your mind's eye, see it even with your eyes open, like you visualize it so much that you know exactly where you're going. You can step into your power every day. You wake up and you're like, I'm on, let's get this, right? That's how you want to show up to your accountability buddy. You want to give them the best of you, because your goal deserves the best of you, and their goal deserves the best of them. So it's really like, it's an adult relationship, and you must treat it as maturely as such. So if someone starts to actually dismiss, reschedule, not show up, ghost you, whatever, you actually have to politely end the partnership ASAP and go and fire someone else. And that can be tricky to do, but again, it's an adult conversation, and in fact, you might inspire that person they're going to feel a bit bad about it. They're going to be like, oh, and they're either going to apologize and say, right, I want to step up and I want to try again because I didn't really realize how that was affecting you. I thought I was just ashamed of my own lack of doing. Okay. And I didn't want to show up as lack. You show up anyway. You show up with no excuses and no shame and no stories. You show up and you exchange and you converse and you encourage and you move on and you get the work done. Okay. So healthy accountability buddies, they might say, right, I'm going to do 5 intentional new connections with new clients or new prospects for my business every single day. And I'm going to share with you every single time straight after I've done it and how I felt about that. Is that okay? And then on Friday, every week, we're going to meet on Zoom for no more than 15 minutes. And there's not going to be stories about who I met with and where they could potentially go. There's going to be facts about the people who actually converted, who actually took the next step. So conversions in business. Here are the people who took the next step. Here's where I could improve. Here's where I maybe let myself down. How about you? How do you think I went? How did you go? So there might be like a backwards and forwards of give me feedback on that. It's not, hey, give me coaching on that. It's, do you think that that's enough for me? Do you think I could do more? Okay, you've got to look at each other like, I'm pushing you to be the best person that you can be. I'm holding you accountable to doing what you said you would do. So if you turn up and you didn't do your 5 every day and you've got nothing to say, you're listening to the other person. And then at the end, you might have a chance to say, right, I'm going to redeem myself and I will let you know tomorrow that I've done my 5, but maybe I've done 15 to catch up for the last 3 days. But choose one thing to work on. So this is really important. It's not like I'm going to do these 5 new reach outs for potential clients and customers and teammates to join my business. And then I'm going to do run 10 kilometers every day. And you've got to hold me accountable to that. And then I'm going to quit smoking. And then I'm going to read a book a day. Like, if you're giving yourself too much to do, it will quickly become overwhelmed. It will quickly become unsustainable. And you're quickly going to develop like a habit of excuses and shame and guilt and didn't do it. Oops. You want to actually set yourselves up for small things you can do each day that you can win with. Because when you can say, hey, I had a win, and then I had another win, and I had another win because I'm doing this small one thing each day, they add up to a whole like full step forward of a win. It might be that you promote in your business. It might be that, or your job. It might be that you earn a bonus of some description. It might be that you actually gained the client of your dreams. Whatever it is, it's like you're setting yourself up for small wins. Set yourselves up for a bigger win, which is much, much easier to achieve and feels so much better. You want to turn up, and on your journey towards, reaching your goal, you want to show up and be in alignment with the feelings of having already achieved that goal, if that makes sense. I've nearly got 10 minutes. So making your habit tiny is really important. Having really clear communication and positive reinforcement, okay? So it's not like you're going to be saying, oh, next time, or I'm going to, in 10 years, it's going to look like this, in 5 years, it's going to look like that. Like, just keep your positive reinforcement communication nice and tight as well, and adjust accordingly. Remember that nothing is forever and nothing is perfect. So work together, communicate clearly, talk about what is working, what isn't working. Maybe you've been meeting for 15 minutes and you only need 5. Whatever it is, I hope that you find a great accountability partner, and I hope that you become an exceptional accountability buddy for someone else as well. Good luck, everyone.